I got to go to my first CES ever. Consumer Electronic Situation? Yeah. Show. And I wanted to just do a real fast recap of all the things I saw that I'm actually excited for in 2025. Razer seems to be focusing heavily on mobile gaming, and sadly no, they don't have any handheld yet, which is kind of disappointing because I would really love a Razer handheld. But I get to see a lot of nice laptops like the new Razer Blade 16 that can come with the new 5090 Ryzen AI chip and a 240Hz OLED display. Now I do have a MacBook right here that I actually might replace with the Razer Blade 16 because they're really nice. They made a super light this year. Now without a doubt, I'm gonna be honest, Razer's laptops are very expensive. If these laptops could replace a MacBook when it comes to productivity and it could game really well, I think it's worth it for me. Might not be for you, I'm not gonna tell you what to buy. But they also had a very immersive showcase that utilized their new Razer immersive ecosystem. They utilized their Chroma RGB, HD haptics, like from their chair and controller, and THX spatial audio. Now, I'll be honest, replicating everything in that room would be super expensive. It's something that I probably could never do, but they do allow third-party brands like Gobi, for example, so you have more budget options out there when it comes to lighting and sound and stuff like that. So I came in here with a couple creators that I know, and we were all having a great time. In the end of the day, we're gamers, so anytime we play games that have amazing lighting, RGB, we're gonna be excited and have fun. MSI also had some great products coming out this year. Obviously, the highlight of most of these brands was the GPU selection. MSI also had some cool PC builds displayed at their suite, like this Concept Project Zero build that is the definition of a fish tank. I think it looks cool, but I would never get it because of the back I/O placement. Look at this, it's in the middle. The only positive thing I could think of when it comes to that is gonna be like wall mounted, where I know it's perfect. I don't know. I really don't know because already I have really short cables when it got it.
I just started ranting about how short cables are. Nothing really interesting.
They also have this really overpowered modded build that held two 4090s and a 4070 Ti. It's not really for gamers, like unless you're streaming or maybe, I don't even know. I'm too smooth-brained to think of like real jobs that would require something like this, but if you guys know, let me know. But for me, in my apartment, I will never be able to fit it, nor even utilize it all. They also have beautiful monitors, like a 600Hz display, or this 27-inch 4K 240Hz QD OLED. That was really nice to look at. I played some of their Wukong game on there, but I slowly realized that there were people walking around checking things out while I was playing games. So, I mean, one brand I haven't seen many people talk about the CES has to be Corsair. They for sure had like one of the smallest rooms, but also super far away from like the rest of the convention. But the highlight of their showcasing was their new Frame 4000V, which is something that I actually have, is a whole modded chassis. Specifically for this case, I think it's worth making a separate video, which I will be doing very soon. But what I don't have yet, and I want to talk about, is the Zenio Edge display. It's a touchscreen that is for the new Frame 4000V case. It can literally be used for anything. Most people will probably use it for like temps or just hardware monitoring. It has a native resolution of 2560 by 720, 60Hz refresh rate, and just fits perfectly on the case because it's built for that. I don't really think you should use it for anything else. So Asus was one of my sponsors to CES, which I already made a dedicated video here if you want to check it out. But for this video, let's just make this quick. I want to go over products that they had that I'm excited for, like the new BA50 motherboards. A lot of people have been talking about their motherboards already, but I think this is what I'll be going with when it comes to mid-range AM5 PC builds. At a minimum, they will all have PCIe Gen 5 16 lane for the new 50 series GPU, 3 PCIe NVMe M.2 slots, and access to their Asus AI Advisor, which is pretty much ChatGPT dedicated for your computer. It can be used to troubleshoot your PC, overclock certain parts, and a lot more. The ROG Swift OLED PG27 UCDM, their 240Hz 4K OLED, was also an eye catcher. Obviously, we all know Asus has been killing it when it comes to gaming monitors, especially their OLED displays, and they will probably continue to do so this year. They had Horizon, which I didn't really get to play much because there were so many people here, like so many people. The 0.03 millisecond response time this monitor offers makes the game feel phenomenal. Obviously, the smaller size will help with the pixel density, which will help with the image itself pop out. It looks so crisp. I also obviously had to see their new 50 series GPUs before NVIDIA like took over that whole spot and they put like ropes around so we couldn't go through. So I just had to wait like 2 hours or something. Not really, but obviously they have priority. Their new Astro line is pretty cool. These will have their new 4-fan layout. Obviously, this is their new flagship, more expensive than the ROG Strix, but also have better performance. Oh, what do you expect? For me, Asus Prime line is where I would be shopping the most because these are the most affordable, bare bone, but does everything a GPU needs to. Now, at the end of the trip, I just went around checking out random products and spending time with other creators that I get to call friends now, I think. I also got to experience my first Z concert, or performance, I guess, completely for free. Shout out to HyperX and also Gutsy8. He knows why. Appreciate you, man. And I also even tried Topgolf for the first time with a couple creators. I swear I've seen videos of Matty K playing Topgolf like 10 times this year. But this was my first event that I was paid to do as a creator. I gotta say, it was hectic, it was stressful, but I learned a lot and I enjoyed the whole process. I don't know how I got so blessed to do this as a job. I really don't. But thank you so much for an amazing year of content creation, guys. Like, genuinely, thank you. I don't know how to express emotions too well, but appreciate it. Have a great rest of the day and more videos coming out soon.